awkward.
Hello and welcome. It is Sunday. It is afternoon, and I have snacks. I'm your host Morgan Hazelwood, and we're here for some productivity sprints. I think I'm going to be finishing the book I am at 87% on, and then actually doing some stuff. We're reading, not writing. And I came.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah, no.
that you were talking about your project.
Although on my project, I spent some time inventing demigods, so
Hmm.
that maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, with me today, I have Doc Coleman and Saku Toomey. Say hello to the nice people.
Hello
Hello,
to the nice
nice
people.
people.
So what is everybody working on today?
I'm going to talk about my birthday, I think, on my Substack.
I am so sorry I missed out on karaoke, but I was 80% mucus at the time, so it's probably for the best.
I do not blame you. It is okay.
So yeah, that was my week. I spent
Okay.
very congested. But like I did I have COVID tests that also check for flu A and B. And so like it's just pollen or something. I don't even know. I don't
I
even know.
bet
And
I bet it is because the
yeah,
pollen is a lot.
yeah, yeah,
I have to
yeah,
wash my windshield every time I drive.
yeah. But I went for like a
Cats are being
40
very active on the surface of their cars.
I went for a long walk to say happy Mother's Day to my mom in my
Mhm.
new sneakers, and then the next day I could not put weight on one of my feet.
That's not good.
It didn't hurt at the time, but apparently so I go to the running store because they have like the gait analysis and whatever, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Anyway, my chiropractor later told me that the shoes I have are the exact opposite of what I need. Yes, I pronate, but that's to compensate for the super high arch. So I
Yeah,
need the arch more than I need the pronation correction.
Well,
And so
I
he's like,
see.
these are the opposite of what you need. And he recommended two different brands and models. And one of them is the ones that bruised my ankles. So I have the one other type he suggested because I have tried on every shoe in that store twice at this point. This is my fourth time returning a shoe in
oh,
like
love
a month since RavenCon. Yeah. So,
that.
yeah.
That sucks because I mean, usually you go to a running store because those are people who know their business and know how to get you something that's gonna help your feet, not hurt them.
Yeah. But the first one fit amazing, bruised under my ankle though. Didn't know it till the next day. One of them rubbed wrong. One of them, I forget why I took them back. But maybe it's just the latest ones. Yeah, I could not put weight on that foot for a day, and it's still twingy.
Right.
And like if I walk on the outside of my foot, I could like hobble. And Catechus was losing his ever loving mind, being super demanding, and I was very fed up with him. I think it's because it's spring and he wanted me to open all the windows, and I did not want that much pollen in my house.
Turn on the
Right.
smell of it, mommy. Uh,
Right? But like, I can barely hobble. I'm not giving you bonus treats or like standing there for 10 minutes holding the catio door open for you.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Doc, what are you up to?
so I finished revisions on the King
Yes!
Ali last Sunday
After stream, everybody give him
after
huge
stream.
applause. Huge applause. So
So
exciting.
I took Monday off, and then Tuesday I jumped back into it, and I am cleaning up the manuscript to get it ready for publishing.
Nice.
Cool.
I went ahead and contacted Scott Pond, who is my cover artist,
Mhm.
and after having some problems getting a hold of him, he finally came back and said, "Oh, here's a a a, a,
On.
a sample image for a potential cover."
Hmm.
And I looked at that, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's it definitely needs a little bit of work. It's not ready yet, but damn, it's I think it's another one that he's going to hit out of the park.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Especially since you still, have some work to do before you can hit that publish button.
Yes, I mean, although I've gotten through several chapters, cleaning up notes and making little polishes and going back, and it's like, oh, I meant to go back and do this. I haven't done this yet. I will fix it now.
Sure. Yeah.
You caught a few typos,
Mhm.
but I've gone out to Amazon and started creating the records for publishing it. And I went over to Boker to see about reserving
An ISBN?
the ISBN numbers. I
Mhm.
already have a block. I just need to assign it to it. So I like mentally picked out the numbers, but realized Boker wants too much information up front, because once I put that information in, they make it public as if people are going to pre-order my book.
Oh.
So that's going to have to wait. But I know what the numbers are. I've started setting up some of the copyright page, and it's like I feel kind of good that that I might be able to get this out before August.
Ooh. That'd be nice.
So, and I had to send a message out to the bookstore at the Renaissance Festival, because when I went into Amazon to do this stuff, I found out that they have instigated a new policy where, as of June 10th, if you have a paperback book that is published through them whose price is less than $9.99,
Oh, I saw that.
they are going to cut your royalty rate. And
What paperback is over $9.99? Unless it's like a door stopper that's going to fall apart because it's not structurally sound.
It's like Perils of Prague is priced at $12.95 because it's meant to be a loss leader. It's meant to hook you in, and then you buy all the other books.
Sure.
I did the same kind of thing with The Shining Cog and Other Steampunk Tales, except I priced that at $8.99 because I tried to make it, this is the cheap book that if you're not sure about the novel, this is an easy investment. And now I've had to raise the price in order to maintain the royalty rate, and which means I need a new cover, because I had the price printed on the cover, and it's like, okay, so the last time I actually put prices on the covers.
Yeah, right up there with putting your book title on the business card.
Yeah,
once you have a new book, or the title might change.
The thing I like with the cards I get from Moo is I just upload a new cover, and I get a set of business cards with the same information on the back and a different one of my book covers on the front. So people can take the card for the book they want to remember to buy.
Right, which is nice.
But so busy week. Yep, and there's your card. Busy week, still trying to get stuff done. I still have a bunch of stuff I need to do to get ready for Balticon to go up there on Thursday.
Ditto.
I hear that. But yes, next week we will not be in our individual little houses. We will all be at one table.
Yep.
I think I changed the time on us, so we're not competing with the dinosaurs. At 4 p.m. on Sunday of the convention, there's everything new in dinosaurs this year, which is a great, super fun panel that a lot of people go to. And I didn't want to fight with it. So
we're streaming.
Our sprints are coming early. I'm sorry. We're coming to you live at 2:30. So next week, 2:30 or 2 hours earlier, whatever your time zone is. So, yes. I will definitely put that scheduled link up more than 5 minutes before we start, I will put it up during the stream, so it'll be
Mhm.
scheduled and ready to roll. So, or I might have to do it right after the stream, but I'll make the little Canva image and be ready to roll.
Yeah.
That I had already pulled up the schedule on my phone.
Yeah,
But apparently
yeah.
not.
So
Bad
I have
stuff.
clearly been reading too much smut. I am on 2 smut panels. My schedule, 8:30 on Friday. I learned about the Omegaverse, so you don't have to.
True.
Lol.
And then I have my first timer and friends intro tour for the convention, and then my regular workshop, better beta reading, and then I have streaming 101. We go live in
Oh.
3, 2. I'm gonna kiss that corpse. Why we love paranormal romance, as I said. And then at 10 o'clock, is party start time on Saturday.
Cool.
So wherever my room is, I'm hosting a party. Come see it. There will be meatballs. There will be snacks. There will be Morgan. So, and then I have reading Sunday morning. Obviously the sprints, and then Multiverses and You and Your Evil Twin. Dun, dun, dun. And then I'm hosting Improving Balticon, i.e., I'm the mic lady to make sure that people don't hog the microphone. And I find that they seem to be slightly nicer when they're doing it to my face than, a wall of people.
Okay.
So it's harder to be mean to me.
It's harder to be mean to you. Yeah.
So
if someone is actually willing to be mean to you, you can give them both barrels, right?
Exactly. So let me pop into the comments. Y'all have been patient. Y'all have been amazing. Sarah's here and chilling. Ooh. Devin says, you have reached Devin. Devin is dead. Cause of death, utter exhaustion. Please leave condolences, chocolate, pizza, burgers, and other amenities at the front door. I need it. Thanks.
I had no idea Devin had utters.
Sorry, Devin.
Devin says that reality is in disarray because Doc and Sako have swapped places. It's because Sako showed up first this time. So when I added him to the stream, that's the order it popped in at.
Yeah.
So
you thought it was cleverly planned. It's all random.
It is. Waits here Gaming's here and says this is the only church he attends on Sunday. Look at that lineup. Enough said.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Dwan popped in from the office. His paperback is $5. So Devin suggests sell it exactly for $10.
Yeah.
And Dwan's like, I either have to take the cut or double my price. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, maybe you double your price online and you keep it the same in person and say there's a in-person discount?
Or something.
I don't know. So White's here Gaming says, did I just hear there's a party in your room? Yes, at the convention. I'm sorry you're in another country. Maybe sometime I'll be in your country. I do travel. I went to Worldcon in Ireland and one in Helsinki. And
if you have a convention near you that would like to bring us in as guests of honor,
we'll be
happy to go.
Oh yeah. So far I've paid all my own travel and rooms, and half the time I have to pay like my own badge. So like if you sponsor me, I will come.
Yep.
To your convention. Not that kind of channel. Okay. Devin says, I feel so touched that every time I come in, I already have a spot in the tasks list. Is it going to change? If not, I mean, that way. I'll just leave it up there. So, wait, so your gaming's goal for tonight is to build a machine in Minecraft. I mean, that sounds fun. Yes, you are a kitty, and I adore you.
Now go away. No.
Okay. Devin's already got half a chapter in, so that's good. Very promising. What? Why won't you let me? Okay. Sorry, it wasn't letting me move the window.
You have not updated mine. You still have mine as put the groceries away.
I mean, have you put your groceries away yet?
I've not ordered groceries because this is a short week. I actually have groceries.
So what are you doing? I already took away edit Kindred of Kali because you
So-
finished editing it.
It's clean up manuscript.
Okay.
So it's the goal is to clean up at least one chapter, and the stretch goal is to actually clean up one chapter per sprint.
Ooh, that's a stretch goal.
Yep.
But okay. Well, Catechus has been super patient. Lol, this mutt. Devin said, okay, half a chapter. So let's go ahead and start a sprint and get him his my cat his gushy food. And yeah. In a 3, 2, 1, boom. Chakalaka. Yes, I'm coming. And we're back. How was your sprint?
Munchy munch. I worked on my bullet journal for the rest of the month. Like,
Okay.
Sure. Nice.
that's a couple things.
I've finished up one chapter and started in on the next one. Finding a couple more things to add a little bit more color and description. So, easy way it goes. So that 1 of 3 now. Yep.
I was doing it backwards. I almost did 3 of 1. So I sorted it out. Anyway, I did the most important thing that any kitty mama can do on Gushy Food Day, which is I gave Catechus Gushy food.
Huzzah.
And I got from, what did I say was that on my book? 87%. I'm at 95%. And they're like, they got back together and they're like, we're going to stay together because we're fated mates forever, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
What more can go wrong in the last 5% of the book?
It's basically the epilogue chapters. So, like, his fae mate sent him back to the human world to save his life, and then circumstances changed, and then his human summoned him again, and yeah. Anyway, he also found out he was Demi and not broken. So, yay.
Yay.
Okay. Anyway, people were chatty.
Were they?
People were chatty.
So
watched me
Carrie
No.
swung by. Hello. Carrie is at work, but brought her sewing with her to keep her occupied. Duan is working on organizing panel questions for Imaginarium. He's got a panel on the the general implication of creative elements commonly found in professional wrestling. Or everything comes back to wrestling. Because Duan.
Say what?
Moon say what? So, sorry, I skipped over a couple things. Oh, there we go. Carrie walked out the door this afternoon repeating, I need Ren Fair money. I need to work, so I have Ren Fair money. I need Ren Fair money.
Yeah.
So, oh, yay. Devin got his chapter published. So let's go ahead and check that off. Boop. Excellent. So, and is jealous of our snacks. So much munching. Only Sako, queen of the snacks, is clenching her lips in complete focus. Now, Sako is putting a pen in her mouth. Someone give her something edible at least.
Sako had a honey bun before the stream started.
I had a honey bun before the stream started.
Yeah. So, let's see. Carrie says, find a way to record that. Oh, the panel, if you can. I had a family member who was obsessed with wrestling when we were kids. So I still associate it with badly written trash talk and lots of screaming. I mean, yeah. So I made Devin want popcorn. You're welcome. It's kettle corn.
Oh, I've got Creator's caramel popcorn. So
Excellent. Devin is countering with ice cream. He didn't say what flavor though, so unclear. Ginny swung by. Hello, Ginny. Carrie is listening to Sunrise on the Reaping and cried twice on the drive to work.
Aww.
And Carrie said, "Yay, Demi Rep!" And Wait gave me asked what I thought of the story he posted. I saw it was there, and I have not read it because I am a horrible bad person. Also, may I introduce you to my to read bookcases?
plural. No.
So, ooh, vanilla with a coat of orange, water-based ice.
Interesting.
I mean, it sounds like a creamsicle to me. So
it sounds like it's trying to be a creamsicle. Whether it's succeeding is another story.
Okay, half a chapter. I might wander by. It could happen. It could happen. I won't say it won't happen. So Oh, goodness. Yeah, Catechist got me though and has settled the fleet down somewhere. So, Devin says, like you, English, no, first English. Me, sorry. So, very similar to Portugal, I think is where we're going.
I think your noise canceling is trying to cancel you out.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That would
Who's
be
being
bad.
noisy? Me? It's probably me. Is it better now?
Yes,
Better or worse?
it is much better.
Maybe the issue is like me flailing wildly and smacking the mic, and then it takes a minute to sort itself out.
Or something.
Because it does it semi-regularly, but I also flail and smack the mic semi-regularly, so I can't say that that's not the problem. Oh, so I don't think we need to wait the whole 20 minutes if we feel like getting back into a sprint.
I am totally ready to hop back into it if you guys are.
I mean, I'm at 95%. I'm halfway through the scene, and then the book's going to be over, and then I should totally look at White Seer Gaming. So Devin says, if I ever decide to do myself a favor and get a good quality microphone that doesn't mess with audio levels constantly, I can give some financially conscious recommendations. Yeah. So I had a really good one, and I replaced it with a really good one, but they are a hassle and a half, and I just gave up on them because effort. One of them was recommended by my brother-in-law who does sound and video tech professionally. And unfortunately, the USB port had to be replaced. And after the second time it went bad, I got a new one. But that one came as like a microphone that needs a stand and like a whole mix box and stuff. And it got too upgraded for me. And right now I have this on a USB. I have this plugged into a USB thing, and I just toggle it on when I am using my microphone, and toggle it off when I want to like play music for the whole room.
Right.
So, like,
Right.
ease of use versus when I was
it's not like Morgan doesn't really know a lot of other podcaster and audio engineers. But which is not to be a diss on your offer, Devin.
No, definitely.
No.
Yeah, I have a really good microphone, but like it has a stand, and then you see the microphone in my face. And also, I now have roommates, which is the other thing. So sometimes they're walking back and forth. So that's why I switched to the headset instead of the separate microphone. They're not home today, but they very often are. And one of them's 10. So like, I don't expect him to be silent for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So,
but, I mean, it becomes a question of, can you get a good directional microphone that you can point at your face that will be out of camera but still pick up on you? And
the replacement one I got was supposed to be super high quality but needed to be close to my mouth, and the old one I did manage to get it to work again, but I don't trust it anymore, and I spent a chunk of money on the replacement one. I was just like, flail. I don't care anymore. I'm just using a headset.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm using the built-in microphone on the webcam.
Yeah.
That I got, and before that, I was using the built-in microphone on my MacBook. So it's
plus when I don't use the headset, back when I was doing the recording regularly for the YouTubes and stuff, I would have to stop my clock because I have
because it goes tick,
time clock that it rings bells every 15 minutes.
Yep.
So like if my take was less than 15 minutes or like crossed over, there would be a ding 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 in the background, you know. So Devin says, Devin provided Terrible Novelist with a plethora of links. Just send it to my email, morgan.s.hazelwood@gmail.com. Carrie has newfound sympathy for Hey Mike. Listening to this book, she's 75% through, and we're still in the games. Devin said I could either use a mic that is on a tiny table stand or, yeah, I have both mounting options, but also with the roommates, a headset makes more sense. I
I'm
like,
just making the point that it really depends the directionality of the mic. If it's more
Yeah.
omnidirectional, then you'll pick up the roommates.
I even have this for sound catching because I did some audiobook recordings and stuff. Like I am prepped. I'm just not bothering with it for the live stream.
Yeah.
So, and I
This-
burnt out on the other stuff, so I just haven't touched it in 2 years.
This is
I
Instead,
had
I've
to
been reading
double
Smite.
check.
So, Amanda's here. Hello. We were just talking about my microphone audio quality issues. So, yeah, you can send me a DM on Twitch. Sure, that works. But like, linktree.com/Morgan Hazelwood has all my links. I'm Morgan Hazelwood everywhere. So, okay. Yeah, we were gonna sprint. Let's do that in 3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're back. How was your sprint? Your extra long 20-minute sprint? I totally started the timer. Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
Oh.
I smoked a cigarette and talked to my husband a little bit, and that was pretty much all I did.
Hey, that works.
I cleaned up another chapter and flipped my laundry. So
Please don't mention the L word. I did. Yesterday was laundry day for me, so every bit of laundry that I own has been washed and cleaned and laid on my sheetless bed. So that's what
Well-
I'll be doing post stream.
in my case, I had to take my car in to get it serviced yesterday, so I wasn't able to get a start on it then. So
Sure.
I kind of have to do it now to make sure I've got clean clothes to pack for Thursday and next weekend.
Yeah.
So,
I should do the same.
yeah.
That's why I did all my laundry so everything would be clean for the convention.
God damn it.
I also at some point need to repack all my books because they're still packed from the last event that I went to, and at that event I did not have any copies of Perils of Prague. Now I've got that book restocked, so I need to pack it into all the bins so that the bins kind of have even numbers of all the books.
Ooh, I have an email all about microphones. I wonder where that came from.
Where could it have been?
Okay, so now I know when I give directions, it's linktr.e/Morgan Hazelwood. Which I think I knew, but like on my computer, it auto redirects, so maybe it just doesn't do that for everybody. I know. Devin usually reminds me when I forgot to make the clock tick, but I distracted him with a mission, so it's okay. Carrie had her bags. Yeah. So, it was less than 5 minutes.
It was bonus time,
right?
Because we cut the break short anyway. We went to sprint early, so
yeah.
Yep.
Sarah said cotton candy. That is all. Ooh.
I want cotton candy.
Sponge.
I can't think about cotton candy without thinking about that little short clip of like the cotton candy eating contest, and there were 2 contestants, a guy and a girl, and like the timer starts and she just grabs it and goes
and shoves it on her face. Yes.
And because it's pure sugar, it just melts in her mouth, and then she goes, and her cheeks were like bulging, and she's like, Meanwhile, the guy's like, wait, what just happened? But you know, like if you put cotton candy in you touch it to like a bowl of water, it'll go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, that sprint, I got through all my inboxes.
Yay!
Mostly because I did the last 2 while y'all were talking, but I got through them all, including responding to a couple people, following up on a coffee on the KOFI thing where Patrick and I help people with getting agent lists that are pre-vetted and stuff like that. One of our customers messaged, so we had some follow-up. We're like, hey, you've got more than one list from us. What are your responses? Do we need to look at your opening pages? Yeah, we had that discussion. So very hopeful for him. But yeah, and I reached out to my brother-in-law / sound tech, and I'm like, hey, yeah, so remember how like 3 weeks ago I asked if you could like start doing my audio for my podcast again? And you said yes? Well, my sister got a job 2 weeks ago, but it doesn't start until maybe Monday, but maybe not. And my mom had a 911 call in the middle of the week this week. She's fine. She went in the hospital overnight. It was her blood pressure being wonky.
Okay.
They don't know what it was. They ran all the tests. It wasn't a stroke. She's home and, fussing with Amazon sending her the wrong door handles or something because she's getting. She's fine. She's
Okay.
playing she's doing her daily quest on World of Warcraft. We're good.
But
Okay.
blood pressure issues can be worrisome. Yes.
And especially since my mom has a heart valve
Mhm.
replaced. So, but yeah. So I understand why he hasn't gotten to it yet. But I would really, really, really like one episode before Balticon, and like maybe the updated version of the romance one, where
Yeah.
the audio isn't utter shit. So, anyway. What would possess my mother to do such a scary thing? I don't know. She's in the group chat with me, my sister, and my brother-in-law, and she's like, calling 911, and then nothing for like 15 minutes. My sister finally calls, and she hands off the phone to the paramedic.
Holy
This
cow.
is like,
So, like-
in the description from the book, how do you give your children a heart attack, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
But like her brother who lives 10 minutes away is her emergency contact, and her sister wasn't answering like she was juggling contacting several people who were closer and on the spot, who could actually do something. Because my sister and I are in the state, but like technically, it's a couple hour drive for us to get down there. So, but since my sister hasn't started her new job yet, she went down before mom got out and stayed with her until they released her. They're like, yeah, she can go home at lunch.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do the paperwork. And then finally they took her off to get an MRI, and then the paperwork came through.
Mhm.
So hospitals are not efficient at getting
No.
people to leave.
No.
So anyway, still not her worst. Had worse experiences. That one was reasonable, even if like anticlimactic. I will take an anticlimactic hospital visit over the option any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
Indeed.
Yeah. Carrie said hospital discharge is never on time. Yeah. And Carrie has one more eyelid to stitch around on one side of the bodice of the stress, and then 17 more to go.
17 more to go. Yay!
Yeah. Once you get to the discharge part of your hospital visit, it's like they don't have to hurry anymore.
Yeah.
So they don't.
Well, it also means that everything else has priority over that, unless they really need the room.
Yeah,
Because anyone else needs something right now, and you need to just not be there anymore.
Yeah.
Even
So-
if they need the room, they can move you out into the hallway and make you wait for the discharge paper in the hallway.
Yeah. So, but yeah, discharge is the lowest priority thing in the hospital possible. So, Devin's waiting for his discharge. It's been 176 days. So, yeah. A friend was telling me that MomoCon is doing a 90s theme for their 20th anniversary.
Oh.
And the question is why 90s? Shouldn't it be a 2025 or 2005 flashback? But I don't even know like what a 2005 like flashback would even look like.
What's a staple of the early
The mid
20s? Yeah, and it's like the early 2000s, like Patriot Act, 9/11. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think oh god, what was that reality show with like Snooki with like the bump on her hair and stuff like that? Maybe I don't know.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and definitely skinny jeans and like that whole bro aesthetic. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I had entered the working world by then, and
Yeah, me too.
so Carrie says, I work at a nursing home. Oh, we get admitted residents, and the notice will say arriving at 3 p.m. and transport rolls up about 6. Oh, and that's like while y'all are dealing with dinner and everything.
Brilliant.
Yay, fun.
That's not awesome. So,
Oh, 6 a.m. Oh.
yeah, nobody wants 6 a.m. on either end.
Yeah,
I know.
either way, it's bad. It's like one way you've been there all night, and the other way, it's like you're 9 hours early.
Yeah.
We are not
Yeah.
prepared.
I learned in college because I was a software girly. All of my most of my stuff was needed to be time stamped by a certain time.
Right.
Mhm.
But I had one class where things were due during the class, like when you walked in.
Mhm.
And that's when I learned that if you don't go to bed before the birds wake up, it's really hard to fall asleep because the birds are annoying little bleeps.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
So, yeah, Sarah worked in a nursing home like a decade ago, and it was like that then. I think it's always been like that. Like, I've never remembered anyone talking about the timeliness of discharge from a hospital.
Except for me.
Oh,
Like,
good.
yeah, it was like discharge will be at 1 p.m. Okay. And then like quarter till they got everything shipped, like all the
Wow.
paperwork done, all the
That's so good. That's so good because you did not need to deal with any more.
That's exceptional.
yeah. It was nice.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I should have never set the break to the full 20 minutes. That's on me. I'm going to change it to 15 or 10.
10.
But you wanted to do a longer break because we're not in production mode, so 15 is probably good.
Yeah. Okay.
Bidding.
This app had the least annoying chimes.
It is the least offensive of the chimes.
That's what I like to look for in a anything in an alarm.
It's of attention getting, but inoffensive. Because
Yeah,
there are so many things which are just blatantly offensive.
I hate alarms so much that if I set one, I will start waking up somewhere between 2 hours before and half an hour before. And then like Zeno's paradox as we get closer and closer to that 0 hour. So I'll fall asleep for half an hour, and then I'll fall asleep for 10 minutes, and then I'll fall asleep for 15 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which is why snooze doesn't even work for me because I'm already awake.
You are so alarm averse that you will keep waking yourself up before it goes off.
Pretty much. So, oh, Carrie says when I was discharged from the hospital after having my peanut, that was pretty timely. And then I had to wait for my mom. Oh, yeah. And the first thing I wanted was to go to McDonald's for a greasy burger and a milkshake because I'd been on a sugar restricted diet in the hospital. Oh my goodness. So Devin was at a hospital and the plan was 2 days and it became 2 weeks, and it didn't cure the ailment, but it sure cured any thoughts of skimping on my data plan. Because if you lay in bed all day with nothing to do and just the same 3 episodes of Breaking Bad on your phone, you start to have fever dreams of Breaking Bad in addition to the constant pain and restlessness and discomfort. Oh, yeah. That's such a headache. Such a headache.
At least they let you have your phone.
Yeah. When my mom was in the hospital, the first lady she shared a room with was like watching all the very high energy fighty reality TV shows. And then the next lady was like watching either nothing or like the dog show, and like her daughter came and did the arm yarn weaving thing, the arm knitting.
Mm-hmm.
and did a whole blanket in like 20 minutes because, when your stitches are the length of your forearm, it doesn't take long
It
to
doesn't
knit.
take long. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was 2 hours, but like it was done while we were sitting there.
No,
One
what
sec.
gets me is when you're in one of those hospitals that charge you for the TV, and
Oh,
the nurses turn the TV on for you without you asking for it,
no.
charging me for that.
I didn't even know that was an option. Why would
Oh
they
yeah,
charge you if like the whole like I thought cable was for the building. Like
yeah. They pay for cable for the building to have the service available, and then they charge the individual customers for using the service
they're not getting
because gravy.
charged more.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
because hospitals in America are for profit.
that is so petty.
Yes.
Devin now has a 150 gig data plan now. Very happy. Oh, so there was no Wi-Fi or anything at the hospital either? Ugh.
Yeah.
Arg. So anyway, what do we think about another sprint?
Yeah, another sprint sounds great.
Okay,
It's about time.
let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom chakalaka laka. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And the clock is clocking.
I clocked this time.
Yep.
And we're back. How was your sprint?
I don't even know what I did.
That's literally what I was just thinking. I was like, I talked to my roommate. What else was I doing that sprint?
You were talking to yourself. You were reading out loud.
So remember how I was like, oh, maybe I'll open up my space fantasy and like massage that opening. That's what I did for the first half.
Nice.
And Devin has told me that he just went back in time to clip the comedic gold of watching my facial expressions. To which I replied that I have an excellent poker face for everyone else.
Yeah.
And Devin's like, I don't know why I keep saying Hazel. And I'm like, yeah, I've answered to less reasonable things.
So you're saying poker night at Balticon, right?
Well, okay. So I have a horrible poker face, but I know if I have something, but I can't ever remember what's better than what. So you'll know if I have something, but not how good it is.
Okay.
So Nyx is going to be there. Yay! Nyx is new. Hello and welcome. Or at least new
Hello,
on the
Nyx.
stream. I think we have some shared discords. So, and a mutual. So,
Very cool.
yeah. So, let's go back and let's see.
I actually finished another chapter and started on the next one. So I think I've maybe off my count, but I think I've completed all 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're gonna boop, save. Look at that. Beautifully done.
Yay.
Did you do your Substack, Sako?
She did that last.
I started it, but I don't know where to take it.
Okay.
We'll just move those out of the way.
We drag this off the bottom of the screen and just forget it ever exists.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked on this stuff, but I already took it off the screen, so you're not seeing me update the spreadsheet or the to-do list. I just dragged it to the bottom, so it's like not at the top. So good sprint.
Good sprint.
Dot gets a fist bump. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Okay. Let me hop into the comments as a little chatty. Devin said, we were talking about hospitals just before the break.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They charge for
Adam ruins everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely love Adam's Ruin Everything. And I wish they had not taken it off the air. But
I mean, you can still see the old stuff, but
yeah, I mean, it still lives on in YouTube and stuff, but
yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, now he's just got a podcast where he rants about all kinds of stuff.
I mean, there are a lot of people who have podcasts so they can rant about stuff.
Yes, but Adam actually usually rants factually and has experts on, but
yeah,
his episodes are just a little too long.
Well, maybe he can start piecemealing it for like TikTok or something. Like a 10-parter or something like that.
Yep.
So, popping back to the comments, Nyx is like, "Oh my god, I caught you," and then realized we were quiet for the sprint, because I was talking to myself for the first 10 minutes. So, but I was also timing for the reading. So yeah. While I was reading it aloud, I reminded myself that I still don't like New Times Roman as much as I like Quando.
Yeah.
Quando is such a pretty font. It's got typewriter vibe, but made for reading on the screen.
Yeah.
Is all I gotta say about it.
I like Times New Roman, but okay. To each his own.
Have you tried Quando?
I don't think so. I don't.
I like Bodoni.
No, you like what?
Bodoni.
See, I have got a metric butt ton of fonts installed on my machine.
Here, let me bring up my.
As far as I can
here's my blurb, right? It's not a query
Right.
blurb, but like, see, it's got typewriter vibe with like, but made
It
for.
looks like it's all bold.
It is, in fact, not. Bold would be that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I find it very easy to read.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, if I switch it back to Times New Roman, it's so tiny and
No.
like.
I was going to say it looked like Times New Roman, but yeah, when you switch that section back, it's like it's kerned a little larger.
Yeah. The kerning is. I find it less tiring on my eyes. So
Yeah.
I'll switch it back when I query, but like when I'm working for stuff for myself, I'm in love with Quando. So
Neat.
woo, that's the view it decided we were gonna do. Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
So Balticon.
Yeah, Balticon's next
Wow.
weekend.
Yeah.
Nyx is gonna be there. Yay. Oh yeah, Nyx isn't new, is a mod. Yes. But like we only see each other during events. So from oh how. So the 100 hours of writing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spammer came through my Twitch. I'll get rid of that in a second. A mod for a noob.
It's Morgan.
Sarah is playing an old video game at the moment and doing nothing useful and typing badly. I mean, right there with Nick, gaming is self-care is useful.
Yes.
Gaming is useful.
As I like to say, work runs on fun, so you have to have fun to be able to do work. So,
or at least rest.
Yeah.
So, Devin likes Arial Rounded.
Interesting.
And Sarah is a Garamond fan.
Right on.
Devin made his own fonts on paper in math class because he couldn't be arsed to do math, and now studies. He started digitizing it and has his first functional video version of his own font on PC. That's awesome. Saku and her husband do fonts.
Yeah.
Although I think Greg does more fonts than you do.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know font people too. Font people are cool.
Font people are cool.
At least in niche circles. So, Devin would like to pick your brains at some point about a guest font creation. Yeah.
Yeah, you bet. What's the best way to get a hold of me? Probably Discord.
Probably
Discord. You can find me as Psycho Sako.
So, Devin asked, "You're on my Discord, but I don't know that you're on Sock. Wait, I don't know if you're on Sock.
I was just saying, let's
do our outros and tell people where they can find us.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
and do some link droppies.
And link droppies.
Actually, send them to me. I'll put them because I don't think you're on that Twitch chat.
I'm not currently on the Twitch chat. No.
Yeah. So I'll see if I can find your links.
Yeah, for me, you can just put up my link tree, but
or I can. Maybe you can invite him to my server.
Yeah, I can do that. So I'll do that while you go ahead and do
or
your
them. Yeah, I am sorry if I mispronounced you.
There we go. Okay.
Never learned. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, we talk art and we talk writing and we talk witchy stuff
And coffee.
and coffee.
And
Well,
games.
in the coffee shop, we talk about all kinds of wacky stuff.
Sure. Devin is a bloke. Him is fine. So
Okay, cool.
I was 98% sure I remembered that. So, and Nick says witchy stuff.
Yeah, witchy stuff.
Yep. So
I
okay.
have witches on my server.
It is known. And you have some books out there.
And I have some books out there. Sorry, I'm I'm here and yet I'm not. I have 3 books and 1 compilation
Anthology.
Anthology, thank you. Bog Hag, the Bog Hag anthology, which features my story in it, and everything is on the Amazon, and you can Google me at Cass Voigt or at Sako Toomey or at Psycho.
Devin asked if you mind if he DMs you on Discord, or if you'd rather have the chat on the.
No, please. If you want to DM me, that's fine.
Okay. Doc?
Hi. I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. If you're interested in finding out more about me and my writing, you can go to your favorite search engine and search for Doc Coleman Steampunk. And that will help you find my website at doccoleman.com. It'll also help you find my Amazon author page, so you can see all the things that I currently have in print. And you can also follow that so that you'll get notified when new books come out. And of course, if you're going to be at Balticon next week, you're going to be able to see me and Morgan and Sako and have fun here next Sunday when we all get together in the same room.
And we bribe people to show up with chocolate.
Yeah.
And maybe chips and sometimes some lemonade. You know, the leftovers from the party.
The leftovers from the party.
The party will make an appearance.
So yeah.
My chocolate.
And are you done?
I'm done. I think I'm done.
Okay. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I have blogged, vlogged, and podcasted writing tips from the pros and my own writerly musings for like a decade. I'm currently on semi-hiatus, but I have 10 years worth of content out there. Go check it out. MorganHazelwood.com, YouTube.com/Morgan Hazelwood. I am everywhere as Morgan Hazelwood, except Twitter, because bleep them, but I have not given away my username so nobody can post spam on there.
Yep.
I have a Redbubble shop with lots of ADHD swag and writer swag and things and stuff. It's called Writerly Musings. What? Branding? Me? No, never. And I'm going to be at Balticon doing all the things next weekend. So hopefully my new sneakers don't need replacing, because this is the 4th time I've exchanged them. And twice they bruised my foot, and last Monday I couldn't walk. So hopefully these do better, because I would like to be able to walk at Balticon.
That would be wise.
Very helpful, especially since I'm running the welcome tour on Sunday morning or Saturday morning at 11:30. Yeah. So Sako's our photographer. So if you see Sako around the con,
I'll have a camera in front of my face, but you'll see like this head. Yeah. So.
And as a reminder, next week we are coming to you 2 hours early, because I want to see the talk about dinosaurs, and I don't want to argue with people who are seeing cooler things than hanging out with us. But 2:30 is a great time for chocolate. So.
It is.
Oh, and it's going to be Nix's first con ever. Ooh.
Yeah.
I hope you have an amazing time. It'll be great. Okay. Have a great week. Eat snacks, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.